Hey lovelies, welcome back to reviews and recaps. Let's get into today's video. Today we're going to be talking about Stormi and Nell as they discuss the issue of Martell going to jail. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap that bell button right next to it so you know every single time that I post. And everyone, I want you to please like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section below. Now let's get into today's video. Now, for those of you who may not know, a sneak peek came out on Love and Marriage Huntsville showing Nell and Stormi having a conversation about Martell being thrown into jail. Okay, and so Nell basically was saying that she feels like we shouldn't do that to black men, and that if something can be resolved, then we should try to resolve it. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she doesn't believe in putting black men in jail. I think I had to just pause when I saw that. I was like, nah, you've lost your mind, ma'am. And first things first, you have not spoken to Mel, according to you. So I'm thinking, isn't that something you should check in with your girl before you start speaking on it so you can get the context and the full gist of everything? But no, you decided to give your opinion on something that you do not understand. And also, one of the things that really frustrated me, so many things frustrated me, and I'll get into them in a second. But the one I want to talk about first is the fact that Stormi said, wasn't it just for text messages? You know that is not true. You guys are on YouTube. You guys are on social media. You guys would have heard about the revenge piece situation. So I don't know why people are starting to act like they don't know what he could possibly have been arrested for when it comes to harassing communications. Now, I know that Nell tried to clean it up in her confessionals by saying, you know, until we're in that situation, we wouldn't know what we can't do. You're just trying to clean it up because you know it looks hella crazy that you will not stick up for your friend when it matters. She could have simply said, I have no ins and outs about, I don't know what has happened. I cannot speak on it until at least I've had an opportunity to speak to my friend. So I don't know. That's it. As someone who knows the history of their relationship and how tumultuous it has been throughout the divorce period, I would have expected more sense in the way in which she handled it. Like, you can't be going out saying someone put something on somebody. No, their actions led them to that point. Like, I hate when people make it seem that when you report something to the authorities, you're the one putting that person there. No, you did something wrong. I took the necessary precautions that I needed to take for my life, and then they ended up there. What does that have to do with me? Maybe the person should not have acted in the way that they have acted, and so they wouldn't have had the results that they did. Like, if someone tried to do what has happened to Melody, to your daughter, your sister, would you have that energy? Would you be saying that she should let it go? Would you? Like, this is something serious. And it's not something that, okay, he did that and that was done. His side chick or paramour, whatever you want to call her, has been referencing it. Like, we know on the original Straight No Chaser blog that has been covered, there's been recordings of the of things that she said to Nay. So it's like in relation to this alleged tape. So I'm just like, why is everyone acting so oblivious? Like, I don't know who told them to act like they don't know what's going on, but whatever the case may be, it's actually disappointing. And for Nell, who acts like someone who loves Mel or who is friends and supports Mel, that behavior is not something I would expect of someone who supports another woman. Like, I'm not even, you guys don't even have to be friends, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And this is the thing that sometimes I feel like I don't like about the show, what people can't call out what is wrong. Like, you don't have to like Melody to know that the way in which she's been treated by Martell, at least, is not right. Right? You don't have to like Melody to know that. It's the same way I don't have to like T-shirt to know, to feel a certain way about how she's being exposed now. Right? Like, I just feel like we are allowed to be able to call right and right, right, and wrong. You don't have to be someone's fan to call out what is wrong. If something is wrong, let's work on calling it out so that things can be improved. I don't like the way it feels like they're always babying Mattel, and somehow the storyline is being perpetuated almost like, oh well, it's just harassing communications. What harassing communications? Even if it's a text message, for it to be serious enough that he gets arrested. You guys, use your brains. It must be serious enough. If not, they would have just said perhaps take civil action, right? This doesn't constitute harassment. But so for me, it's very frustrating to see someone who is being regarded as another person's friend. Now, I'll be honest, there have been times where I was like, I don't really trust that she is really, really riding for Melody like that, because the way now I'm not saying you can't be friends with people people that are not friends with your friends, but the way she was going out of her way to try to socialize with certain folk and the way in which she was behaving, for me, it was moving like someone who is not going to have males back. So at some point, I already started calling it out that I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt, but I don't think it's looking good. And now it's not looking good. Something ain't right. Like if Melody, let's even forget it being a reality TV show, because this is your friend in real life. And according to you guys have been known each other for a while, like even during the marriage, right? So you guys have known each other for a while outside of this so-called television show. So are you going to miss out on or lose your friendship because you don't want to ride for someone that's been your friend before you came on the screens? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I wish that people would value their relationships a little bit more. Value your friendships a little bit more. If someone is riding for you and showing you that they are a true friend, you ride for them. You show them that you are a true friend. Even if you want to stay neutral, you could have said, although I don't appreciate that, but let's even say you want to stay neutral because you don't have all the facts yet. You could have said, I honestly don't know what's going on. I saw it on social media. I haven't had a chance to speak to Mel yet. Once I speak to her, I'll get the lowdown of what happened and then we can discuss later. But for now, I really don't know what's going on. Instead, you're saying, oh, I don't believe in putting someone in jail. Did she physically carry Mattel and put him in jail? Like, are we missing something? Or you're missing something? Now, one thing I love about social media is sometimes when I think what do people think? I read the comments and I'm like, yep. Some people are on my side, and of course you see some comments where you're like, yeah, nah, I don't know what these people are talking about. So now these comments are from OMFG Reality TV. Shout out to them. And I'm going to read some of the comments for you guys so you guys can see. Now, you all know I love Money Making Melody fan page. So I'm going to start with them. It says, Deep Negro Spiritual Sigh. That is exactly that. This cast and production couldn't stand on the right side of history if they were paid to. OWN really is the oppressed women's network in my Bundy Blue voice. Because where else would they cape for and protect abusers like this? This is crazy. Like, it is crazy. Why is it being discussed in a way that these people don't have the facts? Why isn't that being brought? Let everyone see him for who he is. It's crazy because they could give him all the best edits and he's still going to look like the unhinged individual that I believe he is. Okay? But let's keep going. Another person said, this is disappointing. Black women should not have to forfeit their right to safety to protect black men from consequences. This sentiment reinforces abuse. Sis, Candy girl, if you're ever in the chat, come over on this side. Claps for you. I'm so impressed with your logic and in the way in which you're thinking about this, because I feel like the way they are perpetuating it, like she said, it's like, so I should not be protected just because we want to protect the image of black men. But who is protecting these black women? You cannot be hiding people from consequences where sometimes there's some consequences for their actions. Are there things that sometimes you could get away with? Yes, absolutely. But this is something so serious. And instead of genuinely being repentant and apologetic and taking ownership of your actions. You didn't. And we're here now. So there has to be consequences for your actions. And if we keep saying women should not take those actions, then that means people will, or women will, continue to be abused by these men and nothing will be done. That is not fair. That is not right. I know abuse go both ways. I'm just talking in relation to this specific scenario before, because I don't want to see nobody in the comments talking some smack about that. I'm not in the mood today, honey. You gonna get it. Anyway, I'm gonna read the next comment. Then they wonder why Mel doesn't mess with them when cameras are done. This is true, because when the cameras are on, you behave like ops. Why am I gonna be hanging out with you after the cameras are down? We're here to do a job. I'ma be here to do my job, and after it is peace out. Periods. Another person said, how much harassment does Mel have to take from him? Enough is enough. I agree. Another person said, Nell is wrong on this one. Martell's actions are based in him never being held accountable for his actions. He expects Mel to allow him to harass her, and using the fact that he is the kid's father as a reason he should be left to his messy ways. It's been years and the foolishness continues. So yeah, have him arrested so he will stop playing games. Okay, let's dissect that person's comment, because this person was preaching, honey. Nell is wrong. I completely agree. Martell's actions have led him to where he is today. He needs to be held accountable. This is not someone that did something wrong. This is someone that continues to do things wrong. Intentionally, whatever you want to say, if you even want to give him unintentionally as well. But he intentionally does things wrong, right? And has been for so long. There has to be consequences, because he's not going to stop. Like, why are people not understanding this? This is not someone that did one thing wrong and hid and was like, oh, I'm never going to do this again. I'm so sorry. I've changed. And then shows that he has changed. This is someone who continues to show that he's not going to stop until he is stopped. Another person said, so what do y'all recommend? Good question. Like, I want to know, if your ex-husband or baby daddy tried to release revenge P on you, or better yet, if this happened to y'all's daughter, what WTF would y'all recommend? Because I'm baffled. 100%. No, this is a valid question, and I hope Mel gets the opportunity to ask Nell publicly at the reunion, what would you recommend? What would you have done? If he has done this and the side chick continues to talk about this revenge P, right? The plot, and also showing it to people allegedly. So it's like, what else do you want? What do you want her to do? Put yourself in her shoes. Do you know how upsetting it is for an intimate tape that you made in the comfort of your space with your significant other to then be wanted to be threatened to be exposed by said significant other? That is a huge breach of trust. And it's very upsetting that women who should be thinking and putting themselves in that shoes can't even reason properly. Another person said, this is why I don't like Stormi. I'm sure they know about the revenge P, but try to belittle it by saying, oh, it was just a text. SMFH, whether you cool with Mel or not, Martell was wrong. Exactly. And this is the thing I keep saying, right? Whether or not you agree with somebody, whether or not you like somebody, wrong is wrong, right is right. And this is hella wrong. Another person said, and if he snap and take out the whole family, the next thing is, why didn't she call the police? 100%. This is the thing. This is why you have to do what is best for you. Because if you don't, and then there are consequences for that, these same people will be at the funeral acting like, oh, why didn't she take the right steps? We didn't know it was that serious. But how much more? What more do you want from this woman? Another person says, WTF cares if they have kids. They have kids and he felt like taking her to court. They have kids. It felt like showing intimate video to his mistress. And to God who knows else. Fair enough. Who knows? And then they have kids. They threatened to release the tape. His actions got him. Hallelujah. His actions got him arrested. And this is the thing, because people seem to forget. If he did not have any actions, he will not be arrested. His actions got him arrested. Simple. Like, are we missing anything? Like, are people just slow? Another person said, "Shut up, Nell. I see right through you. That lady is off your for real." Another person said he harassed her on the show with cameras behind his kids, so I can only imagine what the texts were like. It had to be bad for the police to take him in. Exactly. Exactly. Honestly, I'll be fair. I feel like the comments in this particular chat was lighting him off for the most part. Now, of course, we did get some people that said some things, and I will be showing you guys in a second. But like for the most part, it was actually pretty, people were really like rooting for Mel, and people were on the side of what was right. Let's just say that. Another person said, "Male identified women damn near as dangerous as some of these men. Shocked but not surprised. Hallelujah." That is what it is. And it's giving Nell is one of those women. Sadly. Sad to say it, but it feels like that's where we're at. Another person said, "Well, Mel has no real friends at all on the show. I guess she's used to getting knocked upside her head and waiting for Fletcher to bring her a black eye gift to smooth it over." Whoa. I did not see that one come in. Before she recognized his abuse, he absolutely belongs in jail for sending revenge P to his then wife. This show is triggering #MeToo movement. Wow. Another person said it couldn't be resolved. He doesn't stop. It doesn't matter what you agree with. She made the best decision for her. Hallelujah. They always want to talk about community when it comes to supporting the wrong thing. Another person said, "The way this entire cast be on YouTube and mess with bloggers, you mean to tell me that none of them heard the recording of Martell's mistress confessing that he actually asked her to release a tape of him and Melody? In fact, at Canvas Girl Beauty, this lady is like, I'ma tag you. Tag your it. You actually are or were cool with two women who have publicly said they have knowledge of this." Whoa. I mean, I know it's a TV show, but since you are a quotation marks real one, keep it real on why it's more than just a text message situation. #support black women. I completely agree. I'm absolutely disappointed in the fact that neither Nell nor Stormi took that as an opportunity to stand for what is right. If they were trying to be fan favorites, that would have been an opportunity to speak the truth, baby. That would have been an opportunity to stand for what is true and what is right. But instead, you chose the route with no integrity, per usual. Now, let's read the last two. Just a little FYI for y'all in the back of the boss who claim that Mel doesn't have a storyline without Martell. Clears through. Tilted Crown Productions, Nubian TV, 7th Avenue Beauty, J Bowling Collabs, Masterclass with Melody, Mimosas with Melody, Home Builders License, Motivational Speaking Engagement, Music, Ripping the NYC and Paris Runways, new makeup line coming out with Lauren. Now I can't wait for that one. Building water wells in Africa, and so much more. So guess what? Carlos won't film that. You know why? Because then the world would see just how mediocre and fake the other cast members are. Now, let's see what Martell can film about. Can't be the kids. He petitioned to have the courts to have them taking off TV and social media, only to turn around and put this outside kid front and center. Martell knew about the warrant. He waited until filming to go to the police station. Cameras ready. Whoa. That is another angle. I've never thought of it in that way, but I think you may be onto something. He won't have a storyline without Mel, so let's stop acting like he is her lifeline. He ain't. Hallelujah. Another person said, "Mel can be very manipulative and hide her hands. I do not believe for 1 second her life was in danger. I wish Martell would quit this toxic show. Then she will have to come up with a storyline of her own because he's been it for years. It's old and played. I agree with Nell, period." There's always going to be that one. There will always be that one. Now, this person is saying, I do not believe for 1 second her life was in danger. Did she say her life was in danger? Ma'am, harassment means aggressive pressure or intimidation. Okay? So you can have aggressive pressure or intimidate somebody, and the person may not necessarily feel like their life is in danger, i.e., you're not going to X them, but they could feel that you are at risk, you are in danger, or either way, you're putting unnecessary pressure on trying to intimidate them, which is harassment. So either way, your point does not stand. Now, I don't care if Mel is manipulative or not. I don't care. What I care about is, irrespective of whether or not you believe that she's manipulative. Now, I'm not saying she is, just follow the logic. Even if you felt like Mel was manipulative, what Mattel is doing is wrong. It's toxic, it's unhinged, it's abusive. So it has nothing to do with the object of that toxicity, right? Like, cut it out. Anyways, you guys know I be feeling real strong about these issues. I just don't like when people don't stand up for what is right and then try to blame it on, oh, it's because this person is this. I don't care who the person is. Stand up for what is right and true. But that's all I have to talk to you guys about today. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let's continue the conversation. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell button right next to it. Also, please smash that like button, guys. Thank you so much. Let me know what you guys think and don't forget to share. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Bye.